I'm feeling good.
I don't know why this Asian lady decided to get up on TikTok and ask, what is black joy? And that she wants some of it. She may have came off like she understands a little, but she completely misses the point here. A person cannot obtain or learn black joy from black people because it is an internal process of resilience within the black community. It is not an entertainment service to be provided to others. Let's listen to our people's response to her asking about what is black joy.
Black joy. The fact that black joy even exists as a concept in the world is miraculous to me. Asians are no good at joy. We are good at working hard and being diligent and doing our best, but not joy. Colonizers too. Rich lives, no joy. We should never have hooked our stars to theirs. But black people, especially black Americans, are the best at joy. You've turned it into an art form. I know it came from terrible hardship that you've turned into soul and then into joy. And we, Chinese people, we just turn that hardship into more hard work. But I know you can't give it to us. We have to go out and earn it for ourselves just like you did. Joy is a puzzle for every human being and it's not free. When I ask my black friends where their joy comes from, they inevitably shake their heads and just repeat, you can't let them take it away from you. That's what it's not. But what is black joy?
I think white people are so triggered by black joy because they have zero control over it. And white people are all about control. And anything they don't get to control and manage and dictate freaks them the hell out.
They don't get to be.
Alright, racists, let's talk about your distaste for black joy. Racist America fumes at the sight of happiness, especially when that person smiling is black. It's as if this country specializes in anger Olympics. Being a little too happy disturbs the patriotism. 3 or more laughs in one place is like being investigated by a mall cop. I'm gonna need to see some ID. Because deep down, they believe that pain is the only state that black indigenous people are allowed to live in. Black people start laughing too loud at their cousin's cookout. They throw on some Frankie Beverly. They start dancing with their auntie in a sundress while the ribs are sizzling. Instantly, their lives are in danger. It's like watching a perfect example of a case study on people who have a problem with control. It's like their obsession isn't just with control, it's like with the optics of it as well. They want to be seen as dominant in the space because they seem to disappear when there is black joy. When you throw your graduation cap in the air, surrounded by your entire family in matching t-shirts, they don't see achievement, they see defiance. Because in their minds, success was never black people's storyline. The truth is, black joy is a glitch in the racist lies that they feed themselves. They built a whole myth of superiority that only works if you're miserable, delusional, insecure, jealous, and mediocre. When black people shift the world with their joy and laughter, the racist's entire self-image starts to crack. This is why racists gatekeep golf courses, ban urban dress codes, side-eye loud laughter, and call the cops when the music's just a little too bassy. The unnecessary hate and determination to ruin black people's happiness is a disease, a brain-eating amoeba that siphons the cognition out of America's privileged society. And what hurts the most is that happiness and black joy is more infectious.
There's a lady on here who I believe to be a real life Remick. I believe that there are thousands, hundreds of thousands, probably millions of real life Remicks, but she just happens to be the one I'm talking about today. I'm not going to tag her or repost her or mention her. Very easy to find if you want to see the video yourself, but she's on here talking about black joy. She's not a black lady, and she's like, black people, where do you get your joy from? I know we have to find it on our own, but like, tell me, what is it? What is it? And there are people in the comments. There are people in the comments explaining what black joy means to them. Why do y'all constantly give energy vampires what they want? People will ask y'all, what's the secret sauce to this? What's the secret sauce to that? And y'all be like, oh, well, here's what we do and how we do it and how we cook it and add a little bit of this and put a little dash of that. Shut up. Like, this is why I have so many videos advocating for black people to gatekeep more. Oh, see, Seiji agrees. Right, mommy? Language, style, music, culture, so much shit. Without us, this world don't fucking spin. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I think that other people can take it and do it better than us. I could tell you what I do and how I do it, and you still can't do it better than me. But the point is, there needs to be some shit that we just keep to ourselves. Like, I don't understand why everybody always wants to give out everything and welcome in just anything. It discernment. It be so clear, you looking up and they clearly not for you, and y'all just give up the sauce. Like, it's like, I just don't understand. It's just like insane. And then everybody was like, oh, this movie's so good. Yeah, we all understand the nuance. We all understand the underlying message. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because first of all, I'm really trying to stop being an asshole and meet people where they're at. I'm trying really hard. So it's one thing for the movie to have told you, showed you, right? Because sometimes you can't tell people, you got to show them, right? Showed you what it means to not have no discernment, and then you still don't have no discernment. Like, I get it, we're not supposed to be learning all our values and shit from movies, but it's just like, when are y'all ever going to?
Many people like her try to rage bait us to trigger any kind of response, rather it's good or bad. This is done all for views, and it's been going on for quite some time now. All they do is talk about Black people, no matter what, and then, boom, you get a ton of views.
Okay, so I was watching this video from a content creator about the mysteries of Black joy. And she was wondering, she's like, where does that come from? Because, we want that. The woman was Asian. So we want that. I'm jealous of Black joy because, how do you guys accomplish that? Especially in light of all the atrocities that African Americans have suffered, and just those across the diaspora. And I can say for African Americans, it's probably that we know that no matter what you fools do, and no matter how much we respond and don't give you what you want, you're going to become more ridiculous trying to achieve that goal. And it's being evidenced, real time now. Like, the craziest stuff is happening right now. You got, the 𝒲𝒶𝓎, whatever that was. And I'm not taking sides. Watching somebody lose their life on air is horrible. It's traumatic. And to that point, Black joy. So you get to the point where you just absorb so much trauma that you either let it collapse you completely, or you start laughing at the absurdity of it. And that's where at least my Black joy comes from, because I laughed all through basic training. It was horrible, but I just laughed through it because I'm like, I'm either going to get through this or I'm not. But the one thing I'm not going to do is stress about it, because there's so many pieces to this that are moving. And it's like, no matter how much we meet the goal, you guys raise the bar. And you've raised the bar to levels that our excellence is just shining through. And it is really pissing you off, because you don't want us to keep rising, yet you keep raising the bar, and we keep raising up with it. So if you guys are your own worst enemy and you don't see it. And that's entertaining about this whole shite show, is that America is literally trying to consume itself in the most incompetent way possible. Now, if that ain't funny, if that doesn't feed Black joy, I don't know what will. And y'all being pissed off that we're not pissed off is just even funnier. It's like, man, this old playbook that y'all running, it does not work. And y'all just need to stop. What's wrong with y'all?
Thing that really boils my pot is that a white woman will get on here and ask Black people, how do they find joy? How are they so joyous? On here and start giving her all the tea. Like, shut.
If you don't know what Black joy is, that's because it's not business. We be talking about gatekeeping shit. Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't let shit just stay our business. Why do y'all get on this internet explaining shit to people who are not a part of our community? Why are we explaining Black joy to someone? This is what Black joy is. Why do y'all do that? Y'all want to invite everybody out. Y'all want to explain everything to everybody. Y'all want to give all our sauce away. Y'all just do not know how to keep shit to y'allself. Yeah, we be on here. We have our shared experiences that only us know about because nobody else in the world experiences the shit that we experience as Black Americans. You can see a stranger on the street and something can happen and y'all can make eye contact. Nobody else is privy to this conversation but you and that other person. That's the power that we have. But y'all get on these apps and y'all just want to give all our secrets away. Y'all want to tell all the juju, all the business. Y'all don't want to get thing. But y'all wonder why they are calling AAVE Gen Z slang, Alpha Gen Z slang. Not. That is our shit. And y'all get on here explaining to people how to use our shit. If you don't know how to use it, it's not for you. The comments in that video of that woman trying to understand what Black joy is, and y'all in them comments breaking shit down for her, telling her what Black joy means to you, it ain't her business. It's not. We can't have nothing. We can't have nothing that's just for us because y'all want to keep giving it away and explaining it to everybody, telling people how to use it, telling people how to colonize it. Y'all get on my nerve with this shit. Learn how to keep stuff to yourself.
An Asian woman came on here and asked, what is Black joy? And y'all decided to answer that question. Y'all decided to answer that question. Y'all can't keep nothing to yourself. So I'm going to answer the question now. I want you to sell your parents and grandparents and put them into slavery. I want you to take your sisters and brothers, cousins, and have people hang them from a tree. I want you to have your kids be sold into slavery. I want this to happen for 400 years. 400 years. I want you to fight for your freedom, or try to fight for your freedom. I want you to fight for it and only get equal rights, as they will call it. I want you to understand everything that you do will excel, but the people above you will not allow you to excel. So they steal from you, they take from you, and they plan it as their own. I want you to keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting until you feel you have no more fight anymore. And that's when your Black joy will come. Have a good day.
What's up again? Like I said, I be scrolling TikTok, right? So I found something else interesting. All right, it was a Chinese lady or Asian descent saying that she needs some Black joy. Jeez, when will they stop with the labels? Black joy. Sounds like a drink. Now, as I'm looking at her video, it looked like she's reading it off a teleprompter, which they may do just to get everything out. So kudos to her for trying to explain something. But to me, this is one of those tricks that they do to go ahead and go viral. I need Black joy. Oh, Black Americans. Black? I don't look black. My shirt is black. But hey, as a quote-unquote Black American, you want to know where our joy comes from? Our joy comes from within, period. It comes from within. Now, I don't know how to say this. You cannot purchase this. You cannot subscribe to this. You can only try to understand this. Us, Americans, know in our heads and in our hearts that not everyone is a total ass and racist. But I know they have lied to us from grade school. I have known that they created certain laws from grade school. I know what people am I. I know that I'm in the Bible. I know that I'm God's people. No matter what they say. So our joy comes from within, knowing who we are, not who you guys say we are. So if you could find some way to bottle that up and purchase it and drink it, then go right ahead. But our joy comes from within. Period. We know who we are as a people. No matter what the lies are, no matter who you want to bring over, no matter who you want to put in front of us, no matter what you say with your DNA testing, we know who we are. Period. We're the children of God. That's it. That's all. We know as Black Americans that there ain't no other country gonna come and help us because this is our country. We were just overran and overtaken. We know we are the Indians, the indigenous of this land. We know this. Our joy comes from within. Our joy comes from knowing who our God is. Period. Knowing how far we came. Period. Have some struggles like that as a race. Have everybody looking at you and don't understand how you're surviving, and you will have that same joy. You say you guys work, you try to make some connotations about work. We work hard too over here, but they say we don't. They say we don't love our children, but we do. Our joy comes from within. It's not hard to get or to explain. Our joy comes from within, from knowing who we are. We are God's people, period. And we're not black because my shirt is black. We're indigenous, copper-colored people that Columbus said that we might make good slaves.